Hmm. Start.
Welcome to this JJ session. Let us start with the prayer. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Welcome all to this session on Brahma Vidya and Atma Vichara. Brahma Vichara and Atma Vichara. So the first participant is Sriram. Happy to see you now. At the right time you've logged in. So what is Brahma Vichara is what you're going to talk about for about 5 to 6 minutes. And Kamalaji is going to be the Purupakshi for you. And you will have to keep the timing also, Sriram, for yourself and the others also.
Okay, I think I need to sign in for that. 1 second.
I can keep, yeah. Shall I?
Yeah.
Minutes up, okay.
No, I'm asking, do you have the app?
I have.
Okay.
I have. So you spotlight Sriram and you spotlight Sriram so that time will also come nicely.
Okay. Okay, Hariom, are you doing the timer or shall I?
Yes, I have given. Carry on.
Okay. So, Brahma Vichara and Atma Vichara. First, to understand what Brahma Vichara is, let us first simply just look at the words. So, Vichara means inquiry, understanding. And Brahma is Brahman. So Brahma Vichara is inquiring into Brahman, totality, Ishvara. This is also called cosmic inquiry. Because Ishvara, when you say Ishvara, you are saying everything. The plants, the trees, the galaxies, and the microscopic particles, subatomic particles. You as an individual, Jiva, Jagat, and Ishvara. These three together is Brahma Vichara. Understanding these three together is Brahma Vichara. So, this is understanding the totality in order to understand myself. It is a top-down approach. Samashti to Vyashti. Samashti is totality. Vyashti is the individual. So this is inquiry into things like what is the world, what is Maya, how is Maya related to Ishvara, how is Maya related to Brahman, Brahma Satya, Jagan Mithya, what is Dharma, what is my role as an individual, why am I there in the world, why am I here suffering. So all these things is Brahma Vichara. It is a generalized approach to understand all aspects. Now, there is a fundamental difference in the approach itself compared to Atma Vichara. In Brahma Vichara, it is a generalized approach and it is from the perspective of Ishvara, Brahman. From the perspective of the world, Jagat, everything is imperfect. So, from the perspective of Brahma, while doing Brahma Vichara, you are imperfect. You are a work in progress. And to work towards perfection, there are many paths laid out. You can do Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Upasana. Many paths are laid out to work for perfection, towards yoga, union. This is the path of Brahma vichara. Now, in Atma vichara, this is not the case. In Atma vichara, there is nothing. There is no perfection, imperfection. There is just find out who you are, everything else drops. Here, a structure is needed, a structured study is needed in Brahma vichara. There is, so the thing is, when you look at Ishvara, when you look at Jagat, it is infinite, it is various, it is diverse. There is no possible way you can go into everything. So you need some basis. So if you want to understand, if you want to go into software, you need to learn Python, you need to learn C++ or something like that. Similarly, to understand Brahman, to understand Ishvara, you need to have some reference, some basics, some structure. So for this, we have the Guru Parampara, the scriptures, the Upanishads, the Vedas. Through these, you have a structured understanding of Brahman, Ishvara, and your role, more importantly, your role in the world. This is Brahma vichara. Now, if there are scriptures, more importantly, you need faith in the scriptures. Brahma vichara runs on faith, Shraddha in scriptures. So you have Shraddha in the scriptures, and using this, so you direct your logic to focus on the teaching of the scriptures. So here, Shraddha is primary, and your logic is used as a tool to verify the teachings, to verify the truths in the Upanishad, rather than trying to disprove what Upanishad is saying. So this is how it differs from Atma vichara. In Atma vichara, you start with your logic. You start with the inner experience. You ask, who am I? You see what is there, and from that, you go and look at the scriptures and verify. In Brahma vichara, you start with scriptures. You use your logic, keeping them as a standard. You direct your logic to verify them. This is Brahma vichara. One main salient feature is that this is suitable for most people who are, because most people have a low maturity. They have emotional turmoil, emotional disturbance. Chitta Shuddhi is not present. Brahma vichara is suitable for most people because there is a structured pathway, there is a structured layout. Atma vichara needs an enlightened master, otherwise it won't work out. You'll be going in rounds with your mind. Brahma vichara has multiple paths, specific rituals. It helps in Chitta Shuddhi, to develop the Shat Sampattis first, to purify yourself, to realize Brahman. Either way, through Brahma vichara, Atma vichara, the goal is the same, to understand that Jagat, Ishvara, Jiva, everything is Brahman. But the approaches are different for different levels of seekers. It is the study of the glory of Ishvara. Hari Om. What is this music?
Absolutely perfect timing. Yeah.
Yes, on dot you finished, and it was a very good talk. Your self-evaluation, and then Anupamaji can ask you the question.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll
I
just.
think Kamalaji, no, not Kamalaji has to ask you the question.
Okay. Yeah. So valuation in the sense, timing was okay. I felt the flow was okay, but I don't think I could find a way to make this interesting. It seemed like a very theoretical talk, like a professor. So I couldn't find a way to make this interesting. So that was one thing. I don't know how to make this interesting also. Atma vichara is more interesting than this. So that is one thing that I felt. Apart from that, yeah, I couldn't find a story or anything for this either. I didn't find anything that would fit. That is the main this thing that I would like to take. So yes, waiting for feedback from you guys.
So Kamalaji, you can ask him the question now.
Yeah, something is wrong with her system today, I guess. Anybody has a question for Sriram? You're not audible, Kamala. Ayyo. So what do you think is more easy, Atma Vichara or Brahma Vichara, according to you?
Easy.
Your own inclination.
What for?
Your inclination is what? It's towards Brahma Vichara or Atma Vichara?
My inclination Atma Vicharam. That is the whole path fully brand ambassador by Guruji. So that is that is the only inclination. There's nothing else.
Okay.
It's more direct. It is more direct and gives more insight and more purification and more direct impact in day-to-day life compared to Brahma Vichara. That is what I feel.
That's your experience.
That is what I feel. Yes.
But have you tried Brahma Vichara?
Yes, I mean Brahma Vichara is karma yoga. It is purification, chitta shuddhi. So karma yoga, I mean I try to do in my day-to-day activity. I try to do some small service activities, whatever possible.
Okay.
Apart from that, I mean the only vichara I have that happens in Guruji's talks. So
So any feedback, Kanti, you want to give?
We can, Kamalaji, can you type in the chat box whatever question you wanted to ask?
I don't think she's able to, Kanti. Leave it. Yeah.
Okay.
Maji, I have a doubt. Can you please clarify? I felt that personally, both Atma Vichara and Brahma Vichara, they are in some way interrelated.
Correct.
Atma Vichara, when it goes deeper and deeper, at one stage it becomes the Brahma Vichara, no? The I and the world and the cosmos becomes, that feel also comes. I became one with the cosmos, and ulta, the reverse is also there, no? Through Brahma Vichara, again the same thing, we come to the totality is me. Both are interrelated, no?
this question is directed to did you say Purnimaji or
No, to you only.
Okay. Yeah, so Atma Vichara and Brahma Vichara are interrelated in the sense Atman and Brahman are the same. So when you say Atma Vichara is same as Brahma Vichara, in that sense, yes, both because Atman and Brahman are the same. But I think the distinction is given for practical purposes rather than trying to draw a distinction between Atman and Brahman. Like when you say Atma Vichara, Brahma Vichara, it's not that Atman and Brahman are different, but to give a sense of a direction that these are two pathways and these are two practically these are two types of things you can apply as a seeker. But at the end, if there is a realization that cosmos and I are one, then there is no vichara at all. So vichara is for the seeker who has a sense of separation, who wants the union. So there is a Atman, there is a Brahma vichara. So both can be done. At the end, like I said in the talk also, at the end, through Jiva, through Jagat, through Ishvara, everything is Brahman only. So that way the end is the same. But these are two different paths for practical purposes, not as a theoretical separation. Is that satisfactory?
Yeah. Can I ask one more question?
Yes, please.
Each path will have some significance, right?
Yes.
So what is the significance of Brahma Vichara?
Significant.
The
So
one, we can say one power or one essence,
one
essence that
essence.
can one great benefit that can happen through Brahma Vichara.
I think the main main benefit to Brahma vichara is understanding that Jagat and Ishvara and Jiva, that is Brahman, the cosmos, and Jiva, me, Atman, are the same. So, Sarvam Khalidam Brahma, that bhava will come through Brahma vichara. Eventually, as Chitta Shuddhi happens and you realize the nature of Brahman. So, Brahma vichara is uh, not just seeing what is Maya, what is all this. In the process, you also understand the nature of Ishvara, nature of Brahman. When you understand nature of Brahman, you understand there is nothing apart from Brahman. So that way, Sarvam Khalyanam Brahma comes. That is the main benefit. I mean, that is the main goal of Brahma Vichara. Through Atma Vichara, Aham Brahmasmi will come. Through Brahma Vichara, Sarvam Khalyanam Brahma will come. So these are interrelated only. They will happen, both are necessary. That is what I'm saying. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay. But in practical life, what is the benefit? I think I'm torturing too much, Sriram.
No, not at all.
Sorry, but
No.
can you give me one example for what the practical benefit?
One example. I mean, in day-to-day life, you cannot. I mean, while in action or while you are interacting or while you are doing something, you cannot sit and do Atma Vichara there. You cannot sit and ask, okay, who am I? I'm not this. I don't need to do this. That will not work out. So, I think in day-to-day life, while you are dealing with something difficult, while you are dealing with someone difficult, Brahma Vichara will help more, because then there you understand that whatever you are facing, whatever you are receiving, is your karma only, given by Ishvara. Through Ishvara, you are getting that. And you see Ishvara in everything. So that way, even in the interaction, there is a oneness and there is a compassion. So Brahma Vichara, practically, that is very applied. But Atma Vichara is necessary to bring the stability in the mind so that you can apply this in day-to-day.
Just to continue with what Anupamaji asked you, if at all you're angry on somebody,
Yes.
how will Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma help you?
If I am angry, Sarvam Khalyanam Brahma won't help me, because I am angry and that guy is an idiot who is troubling me. Sarvam Khalyanam Brahma
No, Atma Vichara, when you do Atma Vichara, what is that Atma Vichara? You will be calming yourself, or you will know that you are the self, all those. But what do you think of the other person there on whom you are angry?
Yeah, understood. I got the question. So I'm saying that if I get angry, at that point there is no Brahma Vichara, Atma Vichara, nothing. At that point, he is an idiot who said something to me and I have to get back. So
okay, at least
point,
later on, you will have to analyze that, no?
Yeah,
Come back
I'm saying,
and to understand not to be angry.
Yeah,
so that is not
I'm coming to that. So I'm saying at that point, there's nothing I can do. The anger will come. But Brahma Vichara, you can have some analysis when the mind is calm. When you come back to consciousness, anger is unconscious. So Atma Vichara will help in bringing that consciousness, so that when you get angry, the time interval of the time interval where you get conscious in that moment, that increases. So you become conscious faster. Slowly, gradually, as the anger starts rising, you become conscious. Like Guruji says, at the root, when anger is about to rise, consciousness will come and it disappear there. So in the sense, you become aware of that and it will disappear there. So that is the gradual process. I'm saying at that moment when you're angry, anger is there. You cannot do anything about it. It is energy. It has already come up. Brahma Vichara or Atma Vichara will help in developing awareness, so that you can sort of disassociate and realize that you are not the anger, and mind will, the attachment slowly will reduce.
But from the angle of Brahma Vichara, which is your topic, don't you consider the other person to be Brahma himself? The whole Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma is, that person is also Brahma. I am also Brahman. With Atma Vichara, you know that you are Brahman. From Brahma Vichara, you know that person is Brahman. Then it is only the mind that is working, or your vasanas and karmas that is working, so that you are understanding him in the wrong way.
Yes.
Can't that be thought of from Brahma Vichara and Atma Vichara perspective?
Absolutely,
He
yes.
is also a Brahman.
Yes, correct. Absolutely. So that is what I was saying, that when you're dealing with someone difficult, Brahma Vichara will help, because at that moment you can look at that. I mean, you sort of understand that that is Ishvara who is giving your karma back to you. He is a postman. So Ishvara is through that. So you have compassion. But this is there. This is what Brahma Vichara is. But I'm saying that these thoughts will come if you have awareness first. So when you get angry, when you're unconscious, you can't do anything. So Brahma Vichara and Atma Vichara will help to bring awareness, so that at the right moment these can be applied, and you can basically, awareness is needed at that moment.
Mm.
Purnima ji, your
Nice.
feedback.
Yeah. Good discussion. So good, Sriram. Thank you very much. I think you were a bit disturbed. I mean, you are being interrupted, I think, in your place, Papa.
Small interruption here, so but that's okay. That's yeah.
So when you began, you were a bit.
Any logical fallacies in what I said?
No logical fallacies, but I was looking for a practical way of Brahma Vichara. Like I look at a flower. Do I see the Nama Rupa or do I see Sat? Sat and Chit could have been brought in there, I felt. And how you see, Guruji often says, you look at the screen rather than all that. And there is Samanya Lakshana and Vishesha Lakshana. When you see different Rama Rupas in front of you, what is the Samanya Lakshana in them? What is the Vishesha Lakshana? The Nama Rupa is the Vishesha Lakshana, speciality of that object. But the Samanya Lakshana is everything is Sat. So that I was expecting you to explain how to do Brahma Vichara.
Okay.
So that was the only thing I felt could have been done, which is more useful to us, isn't it? How to do Brahma Vichara. And for example, in Vibhuti Yoga of the Bhagavad Gita, God says, he names everything and says, I am God. Things like that could have been brought in. Examples, that's all.
Yeah, that would have made it more interesting.
Yes, it is hugely interesting. I don't know why you thought it was uninteresting.
No, including those made it more interesting.
See, that basic thing we learn with Prabhuji is the Sat and Chit. How to look at Sat in everything. That is Brahma Vichara, isn't it? In a rock, Sat is everything there is a Sat. But Chit is sleeping in a rock and it is, waking up in a plant, animal. All that. That is a flow you could have come with for Brahma Vichara, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Done. All right.
And
Yeah. Yes,
and
Anupama.
because of Brahma Vichara, we'll develop acceptance a lot.
She was looking for that answer, Sriram. She had that answer in mind and she was looking for that. Accept. Very nice. Very nice.
Yes.
We have taken more than half an hour for one talk, so quickly we should move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
We started late, but
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
so the next speaker is Anupama ji with her topic Atma Vichara. What is Atma Vichara? And Rupa ji will be the Purva Pakshi for her.
So Hari Om all. Atma Vichara. The Vichara means
Time. Let me start. Time start, Martini Rama. Timer. Yes, start. Start on.
Atma Vichara. The term Vichara means thought, a thought process, analysis or inquiry, or we can say it is a decision-making process. The word Vichara comes from Charadhatu, which means to move. So Atma Vichara means it is a analytical process or a decision-making process through which there is a movement happening within us. Bhagavan Ramana Maharishi is well known for our Atma Vichara process. So what Bhagavan says, he says that Atma Vichara can happen through questioning. Who am I? When we ask who am I, majority of the people, they consider themselves who am I is directly goes to Nama or Rupa. See, one person can be mother call a person by one name, father calls the same person by another name, his friends call the same person by another name, and maybe in the certificates his name may be something else. So I am not that name because I am called by different names. So the changing name cannot be I. I am Anu, I am Anupama. So when we observe this, we can differentiate that name, all the names are Savikara and I am Nirvikara. The second thing is Rupa. So every human is born as baby. The baby grows to a kid, then a youngster, then an adult, then elderly. One day the body passes away. So here also when we observe, we can directly see that I am not this body, because I am always there. When I was a kid, I am there. When I was an adult, I am there. When I am old also, I am there. So I am is again Nirvikara. I am not this changing thing. Third thing that comes to mind when we ask who am I? They say I am happy, I am hungry, I am angry, I am sad, I am overwhelmed. So when we observe this, all these are feelings or thoughts or emotions. So this mind, that feeling, that keeps changing. Sometimes the mind is happy, sometimes it is lazy, sometimes it is sleepy. So again, the mind keeps changing. So I am there in all these situations. When all these feelings or thoughts are happening, I am there. So again, I am not these feelings or thoughts. So I am always there. I am always there. So again, I am not all these thoughts, or I am not this mind. Third, the next thing that who am I is asked is, I am a physicist, I am a mathematician, I am an engineer. So, so what are actually again go through who is a physicist? Why are you a physicist? When we ask that, they say, I know physics better, I know mathematics, I am expert in that. So when that is said, I know something, I know the subject. So I am not the subject again. I am different from the subject. I have the knowledge of the subject. So I am not there. Again, that gives the clarity that I have a knowledge of certain things and I am not that knowledge. It gives again that the root. It takes us to the root that I am always there. So what is what is happening in Atma Vichara? That it is a journey from ignorance to knowledge. From ignorance, I have ignorance that I am this, that, and that. So it is a journey from ignorance to knowledge. So what is the benefit of this? The illusionary. I understand that the illusionary mind is simply the opinions or thoughts or feelings or emotions or some kind of social conditioning that is just an illusionary self. So it gives me the freedom or to live in the present, because it gives the freedom not to I don't have to promote or defend or anything anybody. And the best power or the result of Atma Vichara is, I observe that each moment it gives an opportunity, a chance to do action from the position of awareness, rather than doing any actions conscious just as a habitual pattern. So Hari Om.
Okay.
A question by Rupaji, and then self-evaluation.
No questions, Kanti.
Sriram has a question. Do you?
I do actually. So when you say, I know this, so I am not this. So in the sense, are you the one who is knowing? So are you the knower? So when you say that I am knowing a flower, knowing a body, I am knowing this thought. So there needs to be someone who is, in the sense, are you saying that I am the knower? That is what I'm asking.
I am not the knower, no. I am the witness who is observing what is known, what is not known.
You are the witness who is observing what is known, what is not known. But when you say that I know this,
I
I
know
don't
this thing. I don't know that thing.
Hmm.
I want to learn this thing. So I am there. I am only that I am there. When I know something also I am there. When I don't know something also I am there. So I am the observer who is observing this is known, this is not known, everything.
So what
I
is
want to learn all these thoughts. I
yeah.
am the observer of all these thoughts.
Okay. So what is the distinction between a knower and a witness?
Hmm.
Am I audible? Was it
Yes, audible.
okay?
1 minute. Mm. When I say a knower, when I say knower, I am what is that? I am judgmental there. I consider myself to judges because I know this thing, I know that thing, but the witness is never judgmental, right?
No, but why do you? Sorry, I'll interrupt. I just want to interrupt here. No, but I don't think you need to be judgmental to be a knower. You can know something as a fact, and you don't need to be judgmental about it. So why is a knower? I didn't understand that part.
Mm, give me a moment, I will think. Knower. So we we'll take driving, okay? Where I know driving, so I am a knower there, right?
Okay.
I know driving, right? But I can drive. I don't want to drive, but I am not only that person who is driving, right? Am I confusing?
You're yeah, I'm a little confused.
Knower is simply a knowledge. We are referring a knowledge there. When I say a knower, we are referring to some kind of knowledge there.
Okay.
But I, as a witness, I am not the only knowledge. I am not any kind of knowledge there. I
Okay.
am existence. I am the consciousness. I
Okay.
am also a sat there. I am not a knowledge there. I am a sat there.
But even as a knower, you're not a knowledge, no? As a knower, you're a knower. I mean, you know some knowledge. I didn't understand that. I'm sorry. I think I'm taking too much time here, but
Hmm. At what level you are talking of knower Anupama? As a Jiva, no? As Anupama, you know something. As Purnima, I may not know it. At that level you are talking, isn't it? Anupama.
Yeah.
At individual
Yes.
level, you are talking as a knower. I think that should be the answer. But that Sakshi, that witness, is at the Samashti level. It's Ishvara level, isn't it? This knower, what limited knowership, what you're talking about, is at Vyashti level. Yes or no? Is that right?
Yes, Ji.
I think that is the distinction we can say. What Anupama is talking about is knowership at the Vyashti level, individual level. What Shriram is talking about, the Sakshi is at the Ishvara level. Okay.
so what is the finally what is the difference between knower and witness? Witnessing and
In this case, in this context, Anupama ji is using the term knower as an individual. As Anupama, she knows so many things, so many subjects that you might, as Anupama, she might not know the subject you are studying in as Sriram.
Okay.
So there's a distinction between all of us, what we know, different things. No, I might be an expert in physics. You might be an expert in biology. Somebody else is an expert in cooking. So there that knowership differs at that level, at the individual level.
Okay. Okay.
In that sense, she is using the term knower, knowledge. You are using the term knower in the term of Sakshi witness, the knower of everything as a
But
witness.
what is Sakshi the knower? Because when you say knower, there comes a person, right? So how can Sakshi be a knower? It is more.
Knowing, the quality of knowing is this thing of knowing is common for everything. I know. What is different? I know, like I am is common for everyone. I know is also common for everyone.
Yeah, but Guruji has usually makes a distinction, right, between knowing and the knowing principle. So he says,
This is knowing principle. You are talking of knowing principle. Yes.
No, I'm not talking about anything in particular. I'm asking you the difference between this. So when he says, when you say witnessing as the pragnana or the knowing principle,
The knowing principle.
um,
Correct. It's a knowing principle. But she is not talking in those terms. She is using the term knowledge as specific knowledge for a jiva.
okay,
I
fine,
think.
yeah, okay, got it. Thank you.
Yes, Anupama.
We
Thank you.
both
Hmm.
we both actually we were hanging up with our own topics, and we got confused.
There is no confusion. You just weren't able to explain exactly what you were talking about, isn't it?
Yeah, I actually thought it only through art vichara.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, it's clear now. Yeah, thank you.
Any comments you want to make, Kanti ji?
It was a good talk, and you took about Atma Vichara, maybe the experience of what you're undergoing with Atma Vichara, you tried to explain with maybe whatever you took the example as, and Guruji's examples also you've taken. The convincing part to Sriram was you have told it, but only things, the terminologies maybe the different thing that you could have used, or maybe that could have been told. The thing is the ego I and the self I, that is the difference between the knower and the sakshi. So as Ramana Maharshi says, the ego and the small I and the capital I. So it was a very good talk, and we missed the story from your talk this time. Usually you will give a very good story. That's it, Purnimaji.
Okay. And what I missed about Anupama's talk is you could have brought in some vivekas, prakriyas to explain Atma Vichara. Can you name one? Some prakriya, can you name one for Atma Vichara, Anupama? Any prakriya which comes to mind, which we can apply for Atma Vichara?
Yes, SG, our Kalatraya, I mean, what is that? Avastatraya Prakriya.
Yes. So you could have brought in
That
some.
we apply in
Yes.
day-to-day life also.
Correct. So if you, when you explained that I'm not this, I'm not that, you could have brought in some Nitya Nitya Viveka or Atma Anatma Viveka. That would have become more, you could have, that talk would have taken to another level with such examples. Okay. That's all. Nice talk. And because you were not able to put the video on, we couldn't see your expressions. So that's okay. Okay. Can we next?
The next speaker is Rupa Ji, speaking on Atma Vichara as per Bhagavad Gita 2.16. And Sriram is the Purapakshi for that.
I'll start shall I start, Rupa?
Yes, Purnimaji.
Yes, started. Carry on.
Yeah. Vichara means inquiry, and this vichara actually begins with the point of view of the creation or the totality or Brahman, and it comes down to the individual level, which is Atma vichara. And Atma vichara is self-enquiry. It is it is also called Jiva vichara. And in Atma vichara, one tries to understand one's true nature and the inner s- uh, and one discriminates the seer and the seen in Atma vichara. Then it focuses on Jiva or Atman, unlike the Brahma vichara, which focuses on Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. Then Atma vichara can be told as uh, a small part of Brahma vichara only, and it is the end part of Brahma vichara. And then in Atma vichara, emotional maturity is the primary requirement, other than purity of head and heart and the clarity of intellect. And for this maturity, one one needs to do karma yoga and bhakti yoga, through which Shat Sampatti also could be developed. Then Ramana says this Atma Vichara is not for all. It is suitable for mature souls. Prabhuji explains this maturity as someone, this mature soul as someone who has done karma yoga, bhakti yoga, and his mind is ripened for Atma Vichara. And um, and for Atma Vichara, one needs an enlightened master. Now coming to Bhagavad Gita Shloka 2.16, in this shloka, Sri Krishna tells about the soul and the body to Arjuna. He tries to educate him on this. The shloka goes like this: Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate satah, ubayorapi drishtontas tvanayostattvadarshibhi. Here, Sri Krishna is saying that those personalities who could see the who are called the seers of the truth as they are, who see things as they are, uh, they, they see that body is temporary and soul is eternal or permanent. And we can take the example of three states here. In the waking state, body is there, world is there, and in this dream state, we experience the dream body and the dream world. Whereas in deep sleep state, on both the world and the body are not there. But the one thing that is there in all the three states is the I, or the true self, which witnesses all the three states or experiences all the three states. And the story that I could say is Ramana Maharshi narrating a story of 10 foolish men, where 10 foolish men will be crossing a river, and once they reach the other bank, they will count the people, and they find that only 9 are there. All the 10 of them do the same thing and say that only 9 are there. And when they get worried, a passerby helps them by saying that by counting all the 10. And was this 10th man lost anywhere? He was there with them, but they were not able to count them because they had not counted themselves. And this 10th man in our lives is the bliss, which is our natural, our true self. We tend to not pay attention to this bliss or experience this bliss, which is there always with us, in us. And this could be experienced when one realizes the self, which could be done through Atma vichara. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you, Rupaji. Sriram, your question? Or you can do your self-evaluation, then Sriram can ask the question.
I collected all the points and could not give it a good shape this time. And I don't know if the story was apt for this or not. I did not find any of the story. That's all.
Sriram, your question?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask about the story itself, because when you say 10th man, that is sort of realizing that it is already there. I mean, in the sense that it is self-evident or something like that. But Atma vichara is it's like a inquiry or a process, right? To understand. Then I think the Avastatraya Prakriya actually brought it out a little more clearly, in my opinion. I wanted to ask, actually, to clarify the story, how exactly it relates. I wanted to ask. But yeah,
I could not.
you yourself told, so that's okay. Again, apart from that, the knower thing that you said again, can you clarify what you mean by knower in your thought right now? Because there was some confusion earlier.
Uh, I said those people who are the seers of truth, who see things as they are. Here, I believe it is the realized people only, because they can see that body is temporary and soul is permanent. They know that.
Yeah. That is what you were saying, that you observe the body as in a sense, you observe the body as it's changing, and there you are a witness or a knower there. So again, I wanted to clarify what that is. Is that individual? Is that what is a knower there? Is that a witness?
Knower is not the witness. Witness only witnesses. It does not judge, or it does not. We cannot say it's a knower. Knower is, I believe, it is the our ego which claims that it knows.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Any comments, Kanti?
You can give for Purnimaji.
So many points you brought out, Rupaji. Very nice. Even the story was very relevant. You should be able to explain. See, the story points to the fact that you are counting everything other than your true nature as you. You are counting BMI as you. You are counting your possessions as you, your relationships, everything in the world, the objects you are counting. Those are the 9 people. The 10th one is actually your true nature, that is what is Atma Vichara, isn't it? So the story is perfectly relevant. You're counting all the wrong things and identifying with those wrong things. That is not true. But when you identify with your true nature, that is the 10th man, that is you, which you're missing all the time, isn't it? That is how the Atma Vichara comes in that story. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice. You've done a lot of research, brought out a lot of points. Very nice, Rupa. Keep it up.
Thank you.
And timing was perfect. Just 6 minutes you closed. Very nice. So what about the next speaker? Kamala?
Yes, Kamala ji and Anupama is going to be the Purva Pakshi for us. Brahma Vichara as per Gita chapter 10.
Am I audible now? Hello?
The disturbance.
Hello? Am I audible?
You have put a background music for your voice.
It's very disturbing, Kamala.
I'm so sorry, Purnima ji.
Hmm.
So, okay, what should I do?
What do we do?
Try another device, no?
Huh?
Try
Another
another device.
See, I used my computer, both the computers. Let me try with my mobile final attempt.
Yeah.
Am I audible? I'm sorry. Hari Om Purnima ji.
Hari Om.
Okay. Okay. You can hear me?
Yes. Now it's fine.
Okay. So I will start.
Okay, let me put the this thing. Timer. Yes, Kamala. Carry on.
Yeah, Hari Om. So today's topic is like Brahma Vichara as per chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita. So chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita speaks about Vibhuti Yoga. What is Vibhuti means? It is a manifestation of God. So God is talking about his own creation, how he is manifested in everything. That's what it means. Talks entirely about. So first, if we want to understand what Brahmavichara is, as Sri Ram rightly pointed out, it is the inquiry process starts from the totality of the universe and coming down to Jagat and then coming down to an individual level. So from Ishvara, it is Jagat and then Jiva. So I think he has fairly spoken about Brahma Vichara. So I am just getting into chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita. So, Bhagavad Gita chapter 10 speaks about Vibhuti Yoga, which is completely about the manifestation of the universe. And he's telling that God is creating the entire world. So, when we say about he's talking about his own creation, how he uses how his potential energy is appearing as the universe. So he is talking about his that's how Prakriti is created, Maya, his own Maya Shakti. Through his Maya Shakti, how he is appearing as the world. So when he talks about the creation requires two things, right? So for anything we need to create, there should be a creator and the creation. So when we talk about, so creation requires intelligence cause and the material cause. That's nimitta karana and upadana karana. But when we take, so for a potter we need a potter and a pot. So, but in God's creation, we do not have that duality is not there because He Himself is appearing as the creation. So the entire universe is we can tell that the entire universe is a saguna form of God. So why how this universe how this universe is created? So he is when he says that, so Paul in his creation, his true nature is not getting changed. He himself is appearing as so many things in the universe. So Sarvaram Kalvidam Brahma. So that's why we can say. I would like to quote a story here. How this can be seen is like when we say when Krishna eating that mud. So Yashoda was able to see the entire universe in his mouth. In his mouth, she was able to see the entire universe and the Vrindavan, and she was also appearing, and Krishna was also appearing. So through this, the entire cosmos is coming down at the individual level to realize that you are there. The God is appearing in everything, and it is there inside you also. So this is how the creation part is done. So when we slowly understand about the creation, next level of understanding will be who will be the creator. When we read an article or we like some movie, so the next thing that comes to our mind will be who is the creator. So when we start getting into that question, we start inquiring ourselves. So that is how Bhagavan is saying, go to an individual level, go deep inside you only to realize me, who is inside you all. So why Bhagavan is telling about his own glory? What is the benefit of knowing the glory of God? What happens when you know the glory of the God? Means, so when we understand, when we see God in everything, automatically our bhakti increases, appears and increases, and because of that, we start having the compassion, Atma Kripa with everybody. So, in Ramayana, how after in Ramaraja, how they have explained Ramaraja is Ramo Ramayati Prajanama Bhavankata Rama Bhutam Jagata Bhuda Rama Rajyam Prashasati. So everything was appearing as Rama. Everyone were behaving like how Rama was. So here it is not the creator, but the creation. So Ramatvam was there. In the same way, when God is appearing in everything, so because of the true love and unconditional love, we forget ourselves, and because of the love towards God, we start doing everything in the name of God. We believe that it is like God seeing through my eyes, God hearing through my ears. He is my eye of eyes. He is my emotions, thoughts, sadness, happiness. Everything is Him only. So this is how it is brought down at an individual level. Purnimaji, should I explain the stories of glories? Glories.
I think 6 minutes are up. You have made your point, not a problem. Yeah. Very nice.
Self-evaluation?
I don't know. I was not able to quote those, like he's giving so much of glories. Like I mean, when we get into chapter 10, and he is telling that he is him. What in he is the plant, he is the animal. What in Samaveda, he is Veda, he is the Samaveda. In Rishis, he is Vyasa. There are so many things that he is telling. Based on that, how we can apply to our own individual self is also can be explained. But that I could not make it.
Anupamaji, a question?
No, I don't have any question.
Purnimaji, your feedback.
Very nice, Kamala. We could feel that, you actually felt it when you were saying it, when Ramatvam and Krishnatvam all came out in Kamala. Very nice. Really, it was so spontaneous and it was so heartfelt. And you have really, got into the topic, with all your heart. So there is no need to analyze it at all. That is the whole purpose, you have that Vibhuti Yoga has touched you a lot. Definitely. Yeah.
I think that's it. You gave me the topic.
No, Kantiji only gave all the topics. So you are happy to get it. So that's nice.
Yeah.
So really, really, it came out very spontaneously and you were very comfortable also today. And there is no need to explain all the vibhutis. What it meant to you, that you have explained properly. That is what counts. Very beautiful. Very lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I
It
have
was
only
real.
one thought.
Enappa?
I expected that she energy forms all the means cosmic energy and individual energy. Because we are practicing Sakti Darshana, no? So I thought she will insist on that. She'll bring up more about that.
She did know. She explained how, I think not in so many terms, but she did connect the cosmic and the individual.
Yeah.
Well done, all of us. Good session, good discussions today.
Yeah, so we have come to the end of today's Brahma Vichara and Atma Vichara. So it was all of us had a real good discussion, and the discussion went on really well with more questions being asked, and different perspectives came about. Then to end, we will be having in the next month, the date will be announced, the last Wednesday. Then we will be ending this session with the prayer. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.